everyone. How's it going? Oh, I need to close like a lot of windows. Nobody needs to see my YouTube. Oh, okay. I was going to say, nobody needs to see my YouTube studio, but it's not open. It's just in the dock. You know, we don't need that in the dock. Probably don't need Sketch open either. Definitely don't need Slack open. All right, we're good. Let's get started. How's everybody doing? Mono's watching his Formula One match. Everybody's doing good, doing ready, doing everything. I don't know what I'm saying. Words are hard. What are we working on? We are working on this film strip some more, I think. In Kineo for Vision OS. We're working on everybody having to pay attention to this cat because she wants attention. Yeah, you. Did you want attention? Okay. She wants attention, but she doesn't want to be held. That's what's important. Yeah, we're gonna keep working on this film strip. I don't remember where we got last night, other than we had Bippity Boppity. If I recall correctly, we got it working, kind of, but it kind of like flashed at the end of everything. Because we got way too much debouncing going on. Is that what was happening? Fix our sound too. Alright, so we needed to go to a different gallery. Or a different animation. Yeah, so here's what's going on, is that whenever that changes, we need to have it come back. It actually seems to be working now. Maybe let's, okay, yeah, that's where it's not working. So that's our problem. And I think I want to take an entirely different approach to this. I think what I want to do is I want to try introspect. And I want to try getting at the UIKit scroll view underlying everything. We'll see if we can get there and what that'll do. So I think we already use introspect in this code base, right? We do. Well, we use it in... Did you see any news about the F1? I have not. Well, okay. I did see some news about F1, but not this particular. Ferrari drove over a waterhole cover on the straight and it destroyed the chassis and battery of his car. Nice. Great. No, the only thing that I saw was some people being mad about, apparently they showed up for the first practice, only got to see a couple minutes of it, and then they waited for hours for the second practice and then got kicked out. I don't know much more about it than that, but some people were mad about having to wait for forever and then they didn't get to see it anyway. I saw that on Threads and I have no idea what the reference was. They have a bedtime. Only 8 minutes of practice 1, then practice 2 started at 4 a.m. and no one was allowed to watch. Yeah, why was practice 1 only 8 minutes? Is that normal? Secret practice? All right. Yeah, so I think we're going to try to get to introspect. We're going to try to get to this. American left/right is the other way. Oh, because of the manhole cover thing? I see. I had to go around and concrete them all in. So I think this means we need to go into Tuist mode, right? All right, so here's our Toist project. And I think what we need to do is we need to get into Kineo Vision and we need to make sure that it is accessing Introspect, and it already is, so we don't care. Oh, was it not called Introspect anymore? It was called like SwiftUI Introspect? Yeah. This is some kind of mono NZ as pixels. Wow, they actually gave you your actual like name as your prefix. You didn't have to be Coco T2. You just got to be mono NZ. For me, they won't let me pick something different until I make partner in 59 years. You're the mono NZ. All right, so if we have this, yeah, no, this is what I was looking for. I need to look for this, and then I need to go into here, and then I need to look for this. Hey, look, that makes way more sense right here. Okay, so let's start with that. So we've got a film strip. We've got our scroll view. That's what we got here. I think what we want to do is we want to try to find the scroll view here. I'd like to get rid of your underscore. Let's just start there. Let's see if our scroll view exists at all. Yes, no, maybe? I think what I'll ultimately probably do is I'll probably maybe wrap this scroll view stuff. Trying to rebuild your stream things, trying sorting out all the emotes. Nice. But yeah, I think I might, yeah, like abstract away the design of this thing from the actual behavior of this thing. Because right now we're getting way too much going on here. Especially with our 3 nested scroll or geometry readers. Probably get sued over the Swift logo? Possibly. Hey, I've got the Xcode icon in mind. That's probably even worse. Yeah, on that one. I didn't do anything else because I knew that was coming. I just sat there and paused for a minute. It's like, I know that I've said it. It's going to show up. I gotta sit and wait. Alright, let's try actually running this now. You know, Mocha, if you would go sit in the thing that's hung up on the wall for you over there, and you did that regularly, then we could have like a cat cam on this stream where people could actually like watch you. This seems bad. I don't know why that's like that, but we're gonna stop. I really just want to know, is this actually a scroll view? That's all I'm trying to figure out here. A UI scroll view specifically. Well, it didn't crash this time, so that's good. SwiftUI hosting scroll view, which has a base class of UI scroll view, so that's good. So yeah, that is actually a UI scroll view. So yeah, my guess is what we can do here then is we almost like want to on start scrolling, on finish scrolling. Let's make this a new type that we can do, and we can have it bind to whether or not we're scrolling. That's a good idea. New, and we're gonna call this scroll view. No, what are we gonna call this? It's like a scroll view that'll tell us whether or not it's scrolling. So let's call it a notifying scroll view. Okay, so it's a scroll view. Oh, we need to pass in some content. Maybe even some axes. All right, let's start there. So init axes. So what is scroll view? Why is it's almost like my machine rebooted or something and nothing's set up right at. Okay, so axis.set, axis.set. And I assume it has some kind of default. Equals dot vertical. Shows indicators bool equals true. And content, which is an @view builder. What? Nil to content or void to content. Where content is probably some view. We can work with that. Unknown attribute view builder? What? What? Oh. I always forget about where view builder goes. Because that's where @escaping goes. Is down here. But you put view builder on the property rather than the type. I don't know. Alright, so we'll store some data here. Private let axes axis.set. Private let shows indicators. Bool. Private let content. Blah. And then we can just pass that all to a scroll view down here. Doesn't like that. Oh, I need the @escaping here anyway. Okay, better. Extraneous label axes. Okay, we can work with that. Okay, so there's our scroll view. What I want now is, what's a good way to learn idiomatic Swift? I'm able to plunk around in it, but that's about it as of now. That is a good question. What's a good way to learn idiomatic Swift? Hold on. What is a good way to learn idiomatic Swift? Working with people who write Swift and kind of agreeing on everything. That is honestly a good question. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly just kind of working with other community members, other people that know how to write Swift, and kind of getting used to it. I mean, I kind of came up with Swift in that I was writing Objective-C beforehand, and I got into Swift really early, and so writing idiomatic Swift was writing idiomatic Objective-C and translating it. And then kind of the community decided on what they liked over time. And so, yeah, it was really just kind of like watching what other people were doing and then, yeah, working with other Swift developers a lot and kind of just getting to know a feel for, you know, what other people, what is idiomatic? Just it's what other people are doing. And so I think that kind of has to be where you get into it, is just observe what other people are doing. Stuff like that. Yeah. Looking at other particular open source resource repositories, definitely a way to do it. I don't know that I have any in particular that I recommend as like, oh yeah, this is a good example. All of my stuff's open source. Go read that. No, that is a good question that I don't know I have an answer for. Is anybody, Mono has had to learn Swift more newly. Do you have an answer, Mono? Do you have a recommendation? How to write idiomatic Swift? Because like, even a lot of the open source repositories that I can think of, like Vapor, I wouldn't call that particularly idiomatic Swift. I mean, Apple's stuff can be a little weird. GitHub, no, not get.payroll.name, GitHub. It's like the Swift async algorithms. Just picking a random one that was one of Apple's. I mean, I don't, yeah. Most of this stuff is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, really that is what it is like, just kind of immerse yourself in what other people are doing. And I mean, I picked up a lot of it from working with other devs and just, you know, code review and whatnot. They're like, oh, you know, this is the better way of doing this. This is how you do that. Hey, Donuts, how you doing? You haven't used a view builder before, so you're investigating it? You have used view builders before, Mono. All of these body is always a sum view. Or sorry, all body is always a view builder. Everything that SwiftUI is view builders. The way that you're able to like stack things and have them turn into like a set of stuff, that's all view builders. You haven't created your own. Yeah. Nutter did a stream about result builders, which is a view builder is a result builder, a while back. Yeah, I've built a couple of my own result builders. I'm not really building my own view builder here. All I'm doing is just marking this so that I can pass it into this one. I'm not really doing my own view builder here at all. Donuts is here, so I believe this is officially a party. I think that right. That counts. Any good resources for building iPad layouts with SwiftUI? Man, y'all got the tricky questions tonight. Building good iPad layouts. For this one, I would say definitely watch Apple's WWDC videos. I think that's a good one. Apple always has like a, you know, what's new in iPad, what's new, or, you know, like iPad design tips and tricks. And a lot of that will, yeah, build a desktop class iPad app. I remember that one being very good. Okay, this is just like loading more and more things over time. Multiple windows on iPad, build for the iPad pointer, qualities of great iPad apps. I'm going to wait for this to settle down as it figures out how to search literally everything that says iPad. But yeah, I would say a lot of it is, yeah, WWDC has a lot of them. This is the developer app. It's available in the App Store. It's literally just called Developer. But yeah, I would say that that's a good one. Just Apple has a lot of WWDC videos specifically about iPad, and I would look into those. It's rocking a 3-star rating. A lot of that is probably from early on, when it was pretty bad. It's gotten better. There's also, what is it? Oh, dang it. No. WWDC.io, maybe? Yeah, WWDC.io has the unofficial WWDC app. This one has some other niceties. I used to use this one a lot. The developer app has gotten much better, and so I don't use this one as much as I used to. I still have that installed on here. No. Yeah, WWDC.io. This used to be the, like, you had to use this one because this was the best one. It's fine now. It's meh. Nothing wrong with it. It's just Apple's app is the default, and it's gotten good enough that I don't feel the need to go look for a different app anymore. But if you don't like the developer app, this is another good alternative. All right, so we got this scroll view, just like Xcode, rip app code. Yeah. So yeah, so we have our introspect. We're gonna start, yeah. Introspect, view type, scroll view. On. Right now we're just gonna say Vision OS. You wish you could just read raw crash logs from your phone via Xcode 15. Can you not? Now it says open recent logs. I don't know where my phone is. Oh, here it is. It's in my pocket. Hey, CocoType went live on Twitch, says this Shadowcat app. Sure the device is unlocked and attached with a cable or associated with the same local area network as this Mac. Well, it is, but I'm running a VPN on one of these devices, so... It might not actually be. Turned off Twitch notifications, only need Shadowcats. Perfect. I'm going to try to plug this in, see what we get. Are you connecting a pair of headphones? No. Tomano turns off the server and it stops working. Software update is required to connect to Jeff's iPhone 15 Pro. Why? That doesn't sound right. Oh, am I not on the latest version of Xcode anymore? Yeah, but I'm not running a beta version of the OS. I don't know what's going on. You fixed your hoster serving? Good. Okay, we're gonna let this Oh, apparently we're not going to hide this. I don't really want to just leave that open. We're going to at least turn on Do Not Disturb. Dockered it up. Nice. All right, we're gonna, I guess, move this to the corner because we can't hide it. This one won't go away. So we're just gonna leave everything as is. We'll see what happens. So we've got our scroll view, blah, blah, blah. I think what we want to do, so we almost need an internal class that is like a, oh God, why is that so weird? Why did it indent all the way over to here? Excuse you. I don't know if any of you were able to hear, but the cat went over and triggered Siri on my keyboard. And so it stopped the music for a minute. You saw in one of the WWDC videos that they had the project broken out using frameworks. Is that really the way to go? And then you share all the files between the widget and the app. Yeah, if you're sharing stuff between a widget and an app, then usually it's generally a good idea to have a lot of stuff broken out into a framework. There's also a lot of benefit to breaking stuff out into modules from a perspective of what's the word I'm trying to look for? Almost just like a build perspective, because you only have to build what changed more compactly, but I don't know. But yeah, especially when you're getting it into, what is going on here? Oh, I'm missing a paren. Hey, there we go. Okay. Are modules and frameworks synonymous, or are they different things? All frameworks are modules. Not all modules are frameworks. A framework is more a way of, well, it's a way of packaging it, but that's not fully answerable either. Everything is a module, including your app. Your app is a module. Your widget is a module. Framework would be a thing that both your app module and your widget module talk to. Modules can be frameworks. They can be libraries. They can be, obviously, the apps themselves. Any sort of embedded thing. Yeah, so frameworks are one way of distributing a module that lives on its own. Modules are closer to targets, yeah. Targets are a way of defining in Xcode what you are going to build into a given module. A target is instructions for producing a module. In much the same way that a scheme describes what you are going to run or what you are going to test, a target defines what you are going to build. Also, what has happened to my overlays? I'm not getting chat anymore. You said Docker D's, and it apparently killed chat. Okay, this part's still working. That's good. What, you weren't even trying to break anything? That's the best way to break things. All right, here's our open recent logs. It just takes you into like a thing here. That's weird. And then it wants you to open it in a specific file or in a specific project, which is also strange. I do know that they moved to like these IPS things, which actually do have a lot more information in them. But yeah, I can see how that's more obnoxious to try to open. And this isn't doing a stack trace. This is a Jetsam event. But yeah, I hadn't realized that you can't just get like a raw .crash log off of there anymore. All right, so we've got our notifying scroll view. And I think what I want to do is I want to have just a state in here. No, I want to have a binding. I want to have a binding to a Boolean that is like whether or not we're scrolling actively. So let's try doing that. Or do I? Do I just want to take a binding to our editing state? Okay, so now in here I can pass an editing state into this. Editing state, $, editing state. We don't need content because we've already got that. So if we do that, then I think what we're going to do here is now blah, blah, blah. Editing state navigating to page dot scrolling. That's on our offset preference key change. But I think what I want to do here is I want to create a delegate. Oh, so this is the problem. We still need a delegate. How are we going to do that? Because UI scroll view doesn't retain its delegate, right? Yeah, it's a weak var. I don't think we can just have a state as our... How does coordinator do it? Or sorry, not coordinator. I mean, yeah, coordinator, but what's it called? UI view representable. Because it does this make coordinator, and then that clearly stores it somewhere. This is a struct, right? No, there's a protocol, but it's usually implemented with a struct. So where is that stored? Can we just make it a... Well, I guess we've got state object, right? That's a thing. Property wrapper that instantiate an observable object. Let's try it. At state object. Private var scroll delegate. We're going to call it delegate, and we're just going to nest that in here. Final class delegate NS object UI scroll view delegate. Because the other thing that I need to do is this scroll view delegate needs to be able to like set editing state. And it has to conform to observable object. I feel like we're going to run into some trouble here. I guess this would need a var on. Let's also make this a private title class. Var on scrolling state changed. Is scrolling. I don't know what I'm doing. Var on scrolling state changed is a bool to void. There we go. So we'll do that. And then yeah, scroll delegate dot on scrolling state changed equals is scrolling in weeks, well, not weak self because we are self dot editing state is scrolling editing state dot scrolling editing state dot editing. Cannot assign to property. Scrolling is a get only property. Cannot assign the value of binding editing state to type editing state. Oh no, hold on. Closer. Escape enclosure captures mutating self parameter. Sure does. What do I do here? How am I gonna get around this? Do I set this inside of here? Scroll, oops. Scroll view dot delegate equals scroll delegate. But then also we set scroll delegate there. I guess that works. Scroll delegate on scrolling state changed is scrolling. And then actually, I think we can actually get rid of all of these self dots. We don't need them. Okay, that seems to have worked. And then, yeah, I think what we want here is scroll view did scroll, and then scroll view did in scrolling animation. I think those are the values that we want. This view seems very sketchy, but I think that's just what we got to deal with. Now what I'm yeah, let's start here. Everything's bound up to our editing state. So we should be good here. Yeah, let's just try it. Let's see what happens. So it definitely starts, but then it never comes back when it stops. I guess it would help if we put some kind of notification anywhere on here. So we got a bunch of did scrolls, but no did ends. So let's go look at our film strip view, which should have something similar. Collection view.delegate. Yeah, I guess it is a collection view, isn't it? It's fine. So we have a scroll view did scroll. A scroll view will begin dragging, and a scroll view did end decelerating. So I guess we've got the wrong value, or the wrong functions here entirely. So maybe we just do that. And then let's not have it actually do anything yet. Let's just log. Yeah, we got a did begin and a did end. Nothing else. Okay, let's try that. Good night, donuts. Have a good weekend. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Man, that was so much easier than the SwiftUI version. Hey, sometimes UIKit is still good for things. All right, so there's our notifying scroll view. that's all we needed, I guess. In that case, are we still using Vippity Boppity? I don't think we are. We're gonna have to rename something in our new notifying scroll view. Bippity Boppity. So that we maintain this for Nutterfy. Because I don't think we're keeping our bippity boppity. Yeah, I think we gotta get rid of it. So, bippity boppity is now going to be our scroll delegate. Hey, Nutter, how's it going? And double check that you weren't, like, declaring that bippity boppity, all caps, was a new... new name to use. Glad to see you've co-authored this important piece of code. It is an important piece of code. But it no longer exists. So we're moving the name. Cannot find bippity boppity in scope. All right. Let's see if this still works with the new you know, words. Okay, there's our nibippity boopity. Perfect. All right. That works a lot better. Okay. New bippity boppity, better than the old bippity boppity. That's what we're going with. Oh. What's next? I guess we got to make it actually fade in and out, right? Because, yeah, right here we've got empty view. So I think scrolling and editing are actually going to be the same deal here. And then we're actually just going to do something different based on that inside of drawing view editing mode. So we get into here, if let skin image. And then I think if let skin image, and also if our case is case dot editing equals editing state. Fair enough. If case dot editing equals editing state, let scan image also didn't work. What if we don't try to do this inside of View Builder? Because that's probably bad. Private var should show skin bool. Can I use the new stuff in here? Return if case editing. Does that work? No. If must have an unconditional else to be used as an expression. True. Else. False. Is this an age appropriate stream? Only if the editing state is dot editing. Okay. If case editing equals editing state, return true, else return false. Are you happy? No, you're not happy. Type of expression is ambiguous without a type annotation. Here, this is what we're going to do here. Switch editing state. Oh, do I need... Oh. Because it's editing state.mode. Can we actually go all the way back here and realize that we were just doing it dumb in the very first place? Hey, look at that. Oh, sometimes things just don't go the way that you expect them to. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay, so that does handle that. It doesn't ever bring it back, which is a problem. But we also seem to have lost the we seem to have lost the changing stuff on scrolling. And I don't know when I broke that. Because I don't think it would have been there. It would have been all the way back here. On preference change for editing state. Yeah, why is this not happening? Have we somehow broken this by overriding our other thing? That wouldn't be the case. Or could it? Because we get a 0 and then we get nothing else. Why? What did we do? I mean, I can just keep hitting undo in this until it comes back. Let's bring back this bippity boppity. Now we got double bippity boppities. Yeah, this is just not working anymore. How? Why? What have we done? I mean, nothing in here should have affected it. Because we still have the scroll, like the scroll view content is still exactly the same. Unless there's something with regards to the preference stuff not actually working. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it is the preference stuff. Because we're still getting the changes. And that should set it on the preference. But it's not triggering the on preference change? I don't remember how preference keys actually work. A named value produced by a view. A view with multiple children automatically combines its values for a given preference into a single value visible to its ancestors. Sets a value for the given preference. Well, that's not helpful, man. What I don't understand is, like, this is happening because we nested this in another view, but that should still make it available to the ancestors. That's what it said, right? Are we doing preference keys? We did preference keys the other day, and now they're broken. Do you know anything about preference keys? Because I feel like I don't understand how they work. You've played a bit with them? Okay, so let me describe what I've got going on. And you help me understand why they don't work. So I've got my scroll view here. But it's not a scroll view. It's a notifying scroll view. My notifying scroll view contains a scroll view. So notifying scroll view, parent to the scroll view. That scroll view has content in it. That content is this content here, which includes this preference reader, which is a geometry reader. That geometry reader contains just a clear box that sets a preference. Now, when it was just a regular scroll view here, and just a scroll view, not a notifying scroll view, this worked fine. But now I've made it this notifying scroll view, and it seems to have stopped working. Do you know why? Is notifying scroll view subscribing to preference changes? It is not. This view is subscribing to preference changes right here. I mean, it is tacked onto the notifying scroll view. But the notifying scroll view, like, I guess I don't have a on preference change over here to this scroll view. Because notifying scroll view doesn't know anything about the preferences. It's just kind of supposed to be a dumb handler of content. And not much more than that. It is nested 2 levels deep, yeah. Where before I think it was only 1 level deep. A view with multiple children automatically combines its values for a given preference into a single value visible to its ancestors. Like, the fact that it says ancestors means I feel like it should be pulled all the way up. Is there maybe something to do with the fact that we don't implement reduce correctly? Reduce value, in, out, double, next value. Already ahead of you. Reduce value, in, out, double, next value. So how do I implement that? Because I didn't have to do it before, but maybe I do now. Reduce value, but next value is an closure that gives me a next value. One second. Okay. I will trust your result more than whatever I'm going to find. Value equals next value. I don't think I want to plus equals it. Let's try this and see what happens. And that actually didn't work. First of all, let's make sure that this is the one that we are trying to tweak. Yeah, offset preference key. Because we also have the stack height preference key, but that's not what we care about right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and try plus equals. See what happens. Okay, so that worked. Okay, plus equals did work. I don't know why it worked, but you know what? I don't care. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the help. Can I just instead do... No, this doesn't pass anything into it. I was going to say, can I do $0 and $1, but... Nah. Okay, yeah, that works. My guess is that I will need to do something similar for the other one, so... Plus equals. Alright, we'll do it. Okay, so now, if we go back, do we have our behavior back? Yes, we do. Look at that. Look at that. That's good stuff. And then if we get to like, oh, look at that. If we move, and then we stop. Oh, then it didn't work. So what's supposed to happen is that when you get to a given page, because you stopped scrolling, the onion skins are supposed to come back, but they're not supposed to display as you're scrolling, so that you can kind of like run the animation at your own pace. You can go kind of see what's going on. But it started to work, and there it is. It seems like sometimes it doesn't come back. I'm not sure why that is. But yeah, that is how that's supposed to work. And you're able to kind of just run the animation at your own pace, doing this, and then you let go. And in theory, it comes back and you're able to edit things again. In practice, it doesn't seem like that's working. But I think we have gotten closer. No, control U, meta G. There we go. So I think I want to commit this. Oh, I guess we don't need async algorithms anymore, do we? Because we use this for debounce. Thanks, Eagle Nut. Yeah, we use this for debounce and we actually don't need it. Get rid of that. Oh, and then we can get rid of this. Clean that up. Make sure it still actually runs. And then, yeah, we'll get rid of the async algorithms. We'll rerun Toist. And we'll, yeah, there we go. Yeah, because we have both this product.swift and Toist dependencies change. And we actually don't need either one of them. Film strip scroll observer. Yeah, I guess we don't need this. Film strip scroll observer. We don't use. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. Notifying scroll view we are still using. This we've kept our tweaks. Yeah. Cool. I am realizing that I'm on the wrong branch. So that's definitely something that we should fix. Oh god, why is this... No. Why am I logged out again? I wish Safari would remember how to... Or, this isn't even Safari. This is multiple browsers at this point. I wish they would remember how to keep me logged in. Yeah, okay, so this is the right branch. 288. It does not have a merge request associated with it yet. Bummer. Let's go create one. Okay, so I think we need to stash all of our changes. Scrolling skin. All right, let's run Toist generate. Make sure that still generates. Make sure it still builds. Make sure it still works. The whole 9 yards. Sweet. Ship it. Yeah, and that ended up being pretty simple. Hide and show onion skins when scrolling film strip. Okay. I think this is a good start. Mark is ready. Merge and pipeline succeeds. See what that does. All right. What is the next thing that we want to try to tackle? I've only been online for an hour. Mono will yell at me if I don't stream for 5 straight hours. Although Mono's watching Formula 1. He's watching his F1 match. Maybe we can get away with a short stream. I just got red flagged. Ah, yes, the red flag. It's like a red card in soccer, basically, right? Somebody did a tackle that was bad, or they used the handball, and yeah, they used their hands to touch another car, and now they're banned from the F1 match. I understand how this game works. Red flag is the worst. Somebody threw a car. Oh, no. It's like a red flag in real football, where they're using it to challenge a penalty that was on the play, right? Somebody threw a yellow flag and gave one of the cars a penalty, and so the coach threw the red flag and challenged it. Someone thinks the car didn't have a foul. Exactly. Just waiting for DNS to propagate on your website. Oh, sweet. Mono's going to do a DNS propagation stream? I'll sign off for that. What do I actually want to do? I think we need to almost roll back. Figure out what the heck it is we still need to do in this app. Domain initializing. Allow up to an hour to complete. Oh man, kids these days. DNS propagation used to take on the order of days. I remember I got my first website and it was like, oh man, DNS propagation. Be there in like 48 to 72 hours. Yeah, no kidding. If you're doing it Friday. Back in my day, remember when we had to propagate uphill both ways? You had to take the DNS, you had to take your IP addresses to the DNS store. You had to talk to a guy named Bill. Is this my Hosea impression? I haven't actually played Red Dead, so I don't know if it's a Hosea impression so much as it's just a generic old geezer impression. No, I have not played either of the Red Dead games. One of the DNS stores was actually an apple orchard. I think I was actually going more for Grandpa Simpson, but it wasn't a very good Grandpa Simpson. Give me 5 Bs for a quarter, they'd say. Okay, I can't. See, I can't do impressions. I'm not... Yeah, exactly. You know exactly where I was going with that. So I tied an onion in my belt, which was the style at the time. And somehow this impression is different every time I do it. And it is never good. Save us from these impressions. He's had 5 accents. Exactly. God, it's hard enough keeping up my own accent. Trailing this card thing you've been recommending others. Nice. Singing us both up for improv. No, I don't know what you mean. I don't do any improv singing. If you could nail the Irish accent, you would be so happy. In the Midwest, we have limited words. Oh, is this like the Randall Munroe's book? Not What If. He has another one that's just like filled with explanations of things that only uses like the top 1,000 words. Blood Meridian? Yeah, that one. Books. Thing Explainer. That's it. Complicated stuff in simple words. Things are explained in the style of EPCO or 5, using only a drawings and vocabulary of the 1,000 most common words. Explore computer buildings. The flat rocks we live on. The things you use to steer a plane. And the little bags of water you're made of. Ten websites hosted for $11 a year. You accidentally let your favorite domain lapse? See, I have too many... What happened here? All of the words fell off of this page. I don't know what happened there. I have too many domains that I probably should let lapse, and I don't. I have the opposite problem. Do I still own evil.supplies? That was a fun one that I had for forever. Don't. Or at least if I do. Thing. For most of the last decade, you have owned hotdogboys.com. Do I still own PVMs for Zach? PVMs for Zach? No. Maybe. Perhaps. I don't know. Are you a domain squatter? Not intentionally. And none of them are any good. I don't know. Okay, for real, we gotta figure out what the last thing we're gonna do tonight is. You have some sort of Z-Flea horse pun domain? That is a good domain to have. So we got that. We got the ability to change our background color. Great. Doesn't seem to work. Yeah, from the old question source days. Exactly. I got it. I knew why you would have a Z-Flea horse domain. Are these not actually multiplanar anymore? Yeah, I think at some point I really need to go through and just like reassess this app from the bottom up. I don't think it's doing so good right now. We've got too many broken pieces. Yeah, so these things should be in front of each other. You can clearly see in this case that they are. Okay, click the play button. But here they don't seem to be. Yeah, I mean, you can see even just right here that they're multiplanar in like editing mode. But when you go to play it, they get flattened. Let's see if we can look into that. Why is that that way? Draw view. What did we call it? Drawing view, editing mode, drawing view. Yeah, drawing view, playing mode. Player, editing state, perfect. Current layers, playback document, pages, current page index, dot layers. So we create a player layer. But does our player layer have any thickness to it? That's probably the problem. No. I think that's our problem. Yeah, this needs some amount of thickness. So what does our drawing view editing mode look like? Draw v edit mode. There we go. We have a drawing canvas, which has a frame with depth 10. Oh wait, no, we do have a frame with depth 10 here. What the heck? Is there something that we're doing wrong here? So we got a for each with a thing that has a frame of depth 10. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Let's just get rid of that here. Let's put that here instead. Let's see if that changes anything. Let's reset our camera. Try that again. Did that fix it? That looks like it fixed it. Yeah, there we go. We created a multi merge request for this today. Well, that gave us something else to do, but it didn't give us anywhere to put nutters. Variable name. So it means we still need to find things to do. And I think we need to clean up this toolbar so that this stops crashing. Let's try doing that. Second of all, time to make it to get to a game. No, I don't think that's not gonna happen. I think we also need to get rid of that film strip in drawing mode. Or sorry, in playback mode. Do we not currently do that? Is that part of the editing view? Yeah, we should clean that up. Let's do one that's like clean up interface. So we've got our new cleanup interface one. Alright, so I think what we need to do... Okay, first of all, let's get rid of all these. We are not going to do the drag and drop work. And we're just not going to do that. That means we can also get into our app level sources, which definitely exists somewhere. Here we go, yeah. Let's get rid of this. We can also get rid of photo peeler entirely. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Which means, unfortunately, we can also get rid of the picture of Mocha. Goodbye. We can get rid of this. Okay. I knew that was going to cause some problems. Okay, so then we can get rid of this insert button, which will break part of our toolbar. That's fine. And we can get rid of our share button. Oh, there was a new version of the beta that came out. And I want to see if it fixed my issue with Stack View. So let's get that installed. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, we're on... Yeah, let's install 15.1 beta 3. Xcodes install 15.1 beta trace. Nobody steal my 6-digit codes. I don't know what you can do with them. Don't do it. Haven't messed with any betas this round. What's the new stuff? I mean, it's just continued fixes for Vision OS. Nothing exciting. Yeah, because in order to do what we want with the share button, we need to be able to push stuff on the navigation stack, but we couldn't previously do the navigation stack because it messed with our design. Sometimes navigation stack is the thing that we have. And so if you look at what we've got, and I go into here and I say environment variables, can you use navigation, value 1, close. Then basically this now puts our view into a navigation stack. It means that we can navigate back and forth, but it puts this funky little thing around our design, which I don't want. And yeah, if you play it, then it's still there. I don't like it. It's not what I want. Oh, sorry. It's not this funky little thing. That is the one that I actually have here that I actually do want. This one, this middle one, is actually not what I want. So that's there for no reason. But yeah, it means that we can go to our share menu. This looks the way that I want it to. Great. Yeah, and so now there's a new... Good God, did that already finish in downloading and installing? Did I fall into some kind of wormhole and I've actually been talking about this problem for an hour? Or did it really just download and install that fast? Because that was like stupid fast, right? Let's go look at Manon's. You've been talking for days. Oh, good. That means I can sign off then, right? Mono won't be mad because I've been here for forever. I like how that didn't work. I switched over to Manon's website. And then he gave me a thing. And then I clicked it. And nothing happened. Handoff couldn't be completed. Fine, we'll do it the hard way. Shadowcat. Notifications suck. Get reliable notifications for the... I mean, that doesn't sound like... Notifications suck. You should get some. Create your list or creators. Get only their content notifications. How it works. Add, get, click. Boom, boom, boom. Excuse me. This is not how you capitalize my name. Look, it's just a trial. I have not thought about content. Also, this appears to be Latin. There's something about integers. This sounds kind of dirty. I don't know why. It does. Probably because this looks like groin. $49. I'll pay $49 for Shadowcat. Not bad for 10 minutes though. Yeah, no, it's not bad. Ooh, roadmap. Looks slick, Mono. Nice. This does look good. Yeah. I mean, it definitely went together quick. So yeah. Choosing a template is the hardest part. Also, yeah, how much of this is getting mangled by the fact that I have this dark reader on? Nothing. It looks exactly the same. I think Dark Reader does a good job of trying to detect if there's already a dark mode in place, and it doesn't. Oh god, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh god, what have I done? Let's get back here. Oh, so this is just the only design. I mean, hey, if you're gonna pick one, dark mode. I'm just a little surprised that if it is only dark mode, then yeah, Dark Reader's not doing anything to mangle it. It's surprising. No, looks good. Even if it does talk about integers too much. Couldn't bother you waiting for your DNS to use their subdomain? I mean, yeah. As long as it works and you can test stuff while you wait for the DNS, hey, it's all good. Don't bite me. I still haven't gotten around to the last name of variable. But thank you, KNH. We'll get there. Okay. How did we crash this app? Not bad for $11? Yeah, no, definitely. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well. Happy Friday to everyone except Mono, I guess. Mono, how was your Friday? Let us know how Friday goes. Like, how does Friday end? All right, that's what we were doing. We were working on this. Yeah, okay. So let's kill this. Let's kill this. Let's quit this. Let's just run. Let's kill the simulator as well. Let's run Xcode 15.1 beta 3. Oh, and now we have to install all the things. Let's skip watchOS and tvOS for now. Friday was nice. Knocked off work early, had margaritas, but missed Nutter's stream. You showed up at the very last second. I remember. It was a good stream, though. He won so many games in Mortal Kombat 1. Like 4 or 5, right, Nutter? Actually won a match with Reiko, yep. You won a match with Reiko, and then you won a couple with, like, Raiden and some other people. There was goat screaming. He did start hitting on Miranda. And more. For those of you not familiar with Nutter's stream, A, first of all, correct that. But B, he is talking about a video game character from Mass Effect. He did not start hitting on random chatters in his stream. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah. Voices? Yeah, there weren't too many voices last stream. I know you did like 1 or 2 just one-offs where you just said something in a voice, but no, I don't think we did any wheel spins. I think we spent all of our points on Mortal Kombat and taking your glasses on and off. What are you doing? You're gonna... Cat is trying to like pull my headphones off. You're lucky you're so cute because you're very obnoxious. Talked about doing a toasty emote. Yeah, there was a lot. You had a lot of discussion about websites. What kind of websites you should put up. A bunch of people disagreed. There was a lot of communication about SEO. Whether or not you should have it. How many blog posts you should write. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. It's a good stream. Very, very full stream. SEO is dead. Yeah, it's not SEO anymore these days. It's MLO. You gotta cheese the LLMs. You gotta get them to recommend you. Wait, why is... Oh. Head of AI got fired today. I saw that. Developer Duck has moved. Please download the updated Developer Duck from the store. Download Developer Duck. I have recently needed to transfer my Apple apps into an App Store account. Due to App Store nuance, this app is unable to be transferred to an updated App Store account. Please stop playing with my headphones. Instead, you will need to download the new Developer Duck app directly. Subscriptions will be discounted. The new app also has access to the updated GPT-4 models. Outsmarted by a computer. Oh, here. We'll continue to ask the question over here while we wait for this to download. See? This is what you need to do. Nutter, you need to get it to recommend you instead of JD Gauchat. Gauchon? Wonder if this version actually exists or not. He does. SwiftUI for masterminds? Oh yeah, here it is right here. Does it only have data up till 2021 though? I think the current one probably does, but the new one should be more recent. The one that it says, hey, it has the updated GPT-4 models with significantly longer conversation memory. That one should be better. Yeah. Okay. I've already been through this tutorial. Yeah, no, I saw a couple of the things about that because I have an app on Google Play, and so it sent me like, hey, like, book your date for an interview. I'm like, what? Oops, that's not what I wanted to click on. You booked August 2024? Wow, they're booking it that far out? This isn't working. Any of my apps? There was an unknown backend error. Secret API keys should not be used in your app. Wait, August 2024 was the next available slot? The latest slot is 2025. It is surprising. I don't know what all I've got to do to... Are you kidding me? After all that, it failed? What are you doing? Xcode. Also, if anybody crashes this Xcode while it's downloading, you're getting banned forever. If you provide your DUNS number, you think they can practically verify you without much more info? Oh, that's nice. Well, thankfully, the Vision OS simulator seems to be going a lot faster. I don't know why, because wasn't the 17, the iOS one, faster? Or, like, shorter? What's the word I'm looking for? Smaller? Less bits? Unbittier? Less bitter? Yeah, that's why I said, like, If you crash it, you're banned. Don't crash. No, oh, no space left on device. Am I out of disk space? Is that what's going on here? Yes, I'm out of disk space. Ah. Okay. Listen. Okay, we'll clear up 23 gigabytes by deleting Xcode 14, which I can't even run anymore. I don't have that. I don't have 27 Xcodes installed. I only had 5. But yeah, let's delete one of them. I mean, this probably has way more to do with Final Cut Pro stuff than any of my Xcodes. Especially since not only do I have Final Cut Pro now, I did my last video in DaVinci Resolve. So I got more of that. No, I think the EU is going to want that Google policy. They want KYC laws. Well, not KYC, but, you know, knowing who's actually providing stuff. I think that the EU is probably behind that kind of regulation. Why is this taking so long to delete? Now we're talking about work on a Friday night? No, we're talking about development on a Friday night. I think that's entirely the point, though, Mono. That they want to be able to get at the people who are actually doing this kind of thing. The governments want to know who's actually behind some of this stuff. I mean, they went through the same thing with, like, all of the Bitcoin places. It's like, oh no, you know, you need to actually verify who's making these financial transactions. No, in that case, it's Google's fault. I don't think they're going to make that information public. I mean, Apple has collected this data the entire time, right? Haven't they? Here, let me go secret mode and then try to find this email. Yeah, choose your Google Play account verification deadline now to reserve your preferred slot. Where's there more? Yeah, we announced new verification requirements. Okay, I think this is what we're looking for. Yeah, here we go. Blah, blah, blah. Play console requirements. Policy. Okay, so let's put that up too. Requiring organizations to provide a DUNS number, which Apple has done from the beginning. If you were an organization, you had to have a DUNS number. Building user trust by helping them make more informed choices. Renaming contact details on your App Store's listing to App Support and showing a new About the Developer section. May show your app's support email address, which Apple has always required to do. Choose to show your website and support phone number. So Apple has always required your website and I don't think even allows phone number. So, but this does say you can choose to show your phone number. About the developer may show verified identity information like name, address, and contact details. Address would be the only one in here that I'd be worried about. That one's a little weird. See the full policy, watch our Policy Bites video. Review the required information. Keep your developer. So let's go see the full policy here. Before you submit your app, you must provide legal name and address, DUNS number, contact email address and phone number, developer email address and phone number, payment methods where applicable, payment profile linked to your development account, registering as an organization, blah, blah, blah. Up to date and consistent with the details stored on your Dun & Bradstreet profile. So that's probably not true anymore because this is probably out of date on mine. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't see anything in here that's particularly egregious in my mind. This is the same thing. Ooh, Google will display your legal name, your country, and developer email address on Google Play. If you decide to monetize on Google Play, then Google will display your full address. That is kind of gross. If you decide to monetize on Google Play, then Google will display your full address. That's not nice. I mean, I have an LLC, but my LLC's legal address is my parents' house, so that's not super nice. Oh, this is a personal account. Okay, hold on. What about the organization? I mean, the personal account, honestly, almost is worse. To help improve transparency and user safety, Google will display your legal name, legal address, developer email address, and developer phone number. So if you're an organization, they are going to display your address and phone number. Wow. That is bad. Yeah, so don't be an LLC. Well, it sounds like either way you've got your address. As long if you're the only way to not display any address at all is to not monetize. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering is like what kind of email or what kind of mail address can you show? It just says legal address, but what does that mean? Contact information requirements? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, it may, yeah. The other thing is like, does it is it required to be the same address as your Dun and Bradstreet? Which I think that other page was implying that yes, it was. Legal name and address of your developer account up to date. For organizations, these details must match what is held about your organization on the Dun and Bradstreet profile. Okay, so Dun and Bradstreet PO box. What's the contact number for the EU? Can I use a PO box for my DUNS number? The address you provide cannot be a PO box. Wow. Well, that's fun. We all pitch in for a tiny apartment somewhere. You can use a suite number instead of a PO box? Yeah, but I mean, that's still got to be like a physical place, right? Your local UPS. I don't think UPS will take mail on your behalf. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to look into this. I mean, thankfully none of my... Well, I was gonna say none of my accounts are monetized. None of my apps are monetized on Google Play, but they are organization accounts. So it sounds like I need to do that regardless, even though my apps are free. It is an organization account. Now, here's the next question. Okay, so that information is technically already public for my LLC. Don't be weird about it. But that does suck. I mean, that feels like it's making it way more public than it was previously. There's a difference between you can technically go and look it up and it's literally going to be on your developer page right here. Registering simulator runtime with core simulator failed. What does that mean? I had to clear up lots of disk space, many gigabytes, for the registration to complete. This is indeed caused by not having enough disk space, not an issue with actual registration. Just freeing up a couple dozen gigabytes fixed it for me. I may have to run DaisyDisk and do that to do anything else. That's not really something I want to do on stream, so. I think that's it for coding tonight. We can still sit here and talk about developer stuff. But I think we're done coding. Yeah, no, this is kind of be... Yeah, I don't like this. Cheap sim plans in a co-working space. Yeah, what does this look like? Like office space, just to receive mail. Virtual office, that's the word we're looking for. Okay, so virtual office. Let's go Seattle, Washington. Virtual office, Seattle. No targeting cookies. No performance cookies. No functional cookies. I thought it's a physical place where you can be found. Also, $65 a month. No thank you, please. Hence the no PO box. Looks like even now it's $9.99. What's $9.99? Virtual mailbox. $3.79 a year. Good God. There's even more. No, this is still cheaper than the other one, but. A Delaware virtual business? UPS suite number. Costs annually. Unlike a PO box, you'll get a real street address for your very real small business. I don't know that I want to look up specific locations on stream. Maybe not that one. It'd be nice if I could look up a cost without having to find a specific location. Here, we're gonna just. This is where you need a second monitor. You should display everything on my... I mean, technically I have 3 monitors involved in OBS. I could go look it up on one of these other monitors. The one that I got over here for chat. what was this called? This was called business mailboxes. There doesn't seem to be any pricing on their website, even for an official one, or even like going into the specific like the neighborhood store type thing. That's a bummer. It would be nice to like look up exactly how much this was going to cost. But oh well, I guess. It just says, yeah, we have it. That's we got it. Do you want it? All right, let me catch up on chat. You can get a virtual office for $80 a month for mail and phone redirection. Oh yeah, just for mail and phone redirection. Yeah, that's not good. I mean that was about what I was seeing for that other Seattle one though. So you said 60-ish. That one said what, 65? I think was what that first one was that we looked at. No, this is the UPS one. Yeah, this was $65 a month, just for the address. And then this one was what? The cheaper option. Yeah, no, I mean the UPS one seems like the best option so far. Yeah, virtual office $39.95 a month. That's, yeah. I would not be doing this at this cost. $40 a month is too rich for my blood. All right, well, on that depressing note, I think that'll be it for me tonight. I have plans to do something soon. I don't know when it'll be, but I have plans to do maybe another strike at trying to dang it, Mono. I have plans to do something. Yes, exactly. Oh, I do need to mark down that I still owe you and KNH some variable names. But yeah, so that has been saved. Those are owed. Now I'm gonna take another whack at trying to do the I do a stream solely to kind of do a tutorial type thing and then cut it down and put it on YouTube. Didn't go well last time I tried it. So let's try it again, right? Just get back up and keep going. But yeah, so might need to do some prep work for that. May happen over this weekend, may happen sometime next weekend, may happen over the week. I don't know. We'll do it on Thanksgiving. Sure. No. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. There may be a bonus stream in the near future. But until then, thank you all for watching. I will be back Monday, and have a great weekend. Good night.